Is it starting?
There we go.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Drop, the weekly live show Collectors Gone Digital and myself, Jan Collects, will host for you guys every Monday at 1 p.m. EST. And because I'm always struggling with converting my own time zone into different time zones, Josh, pull the different time zones up so people can see when we are live for them.
Oh, I got the agenda, not the time zones. That's my fault.
No worries, man. But then let us talk about the agenda. What are we looking at today, Josh?
All right, so we're going to cover several topics today, guys. So the whole purpose of this show is we're going to try and provide a show that's very well-rounded. So we're going to cover, community sentiment posts from inside the VeVe community over on X and other socials. We'll cover a showcase of a specific Veviverse build each week. Some collectible trivia that Jan has put together for us. We'll go over some Grail collectibles. Talk a little bit about the OMI token with the community manager, Mr. Foster Hilt, in today's stream. And then we're going to round the live stream off with a little Q&A.
Yes, exactly. Josh, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about that live show. And I also hope that everyone in the chat is as excited as we are. But will we try it again with the times?
I'll get that right on the next show. But we got a lot of people in the chat right now. We got Duck, we got 24 Mountain, we got Ben in Korea, G Money Midnight, we got Granson Prime, we got Big Eyes, Felix, shout out to you, man. Duck and Cover, Mr. Falcon. We got a ton of people in the chat right now, dude. Whole communities.
Nice. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So the marketing efforts up front were worth it. That's great to hear. And guys, this show should be a really interactive one, a fun one, and a show where we as a community come together and interact with each other. So please participate in this show as you do so in the chat. That would be awesome. Yeah, Josh, what do you say? Should we start with the first section?
Get into it.
Nice.
Let's connect. Beyond the drop.
All right, so we got the first post we'll cover today. First post is from Vivvmeister. Can you see that okay on your end, Jan? Is that good?
Yeah, it's fine. It's a little small, but it's fine. Yeah.
But he says,
oh yes, that's
better.
Way better. Yeah.
He says, well. Last time I checked, there was a cool number of 666,000 wallets. If you're confused, this is not a number of active users. Plenty went dormant after the last hype. I'd like to think that 2 or 3 of those new users are here because of me. But he shows a screenshot of the total number of unique users over VeVe's lifespan, as well as the total number of collectibles minted. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that number looks incredible. But before we go further into this section, guys, whenever you post something on X where you're like, hey, that would really offer value for the community, and that would be a great post that Josh and I could cover in our next live show, please tag me or Josh so we can take a look at it and maybe consider it for the next live show. but don't be mean at us if we don't take your post. Yeah, that would be great. But back to Vivvmeister's post. Shout out to him from the German community. Yeah, I mean, those numbers look incredible. Those numbers look great.
Yeah.
But we definitely have to be honest on that front, and we never have like nearly 700,000 like active users. I mean, most of those are, in my opinion, are accounts that haven't been used for quite a while. I mean, most of those will be probably from 2020. Yeah, I mean, we can definitely see that, and I guess a lot of those also could be bot accounts, but nonetheless, I think it would be a great initiative from VeVe's side to try to reactivate those accounts which were like real users. What is your opinion on that?
I think you said it really well already, man. Like, there's not really much for me to add there. I think just the keyword here is dormant. Like Vivvmeister said,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of accounts part of this number that aren't around anymore, or like you said, are bots. So yeah, I don't think it's an accurate. Go ahead.
What do you think? How many active do we have? And guys, please
God.
write it in the chat. What do you think?
Oh,
How many
no.
like maybe weekly active users? How many do we got at the moment?
Oh,
But just
I'm probably way off, but I'd probably say a couple thousand, few thousand at the most. That's my guess.
Okay. I mean, that's not that bad, to be fair. I would have also said, like, I mean, just a gut feeling, I would say maybe 1,000 to 3,000 or so. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah. Digital toys, over 1,000 new accounts users this year. I mean, if those are real users, that would be not that bad, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if we assume that all 1,000 of those are real users, some might have stuck and some are gonna go. So that's something to consider.
Definitely.
But
I mean, I don't even participate in all the drops. Do you?
no,
Or do you participate in a few? Which was the last one you've participated in?
participated, I would say the Vader drop, but I did my usual and forgot to actually click buy once I got reserved on the wait list. So yeah, that was the last one I went for, but I didn't actually get it on the drop. So
Yeah, I mean, that was yesterday, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to gamble on that drop as well, but got hit in the face as always and got a comment. Damn it, eh?
Hey, you got one. That's good. You got one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Willie with the donation, £2.50. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead.
Nice.
Go
So
on. I don't know if you're gonna say something.
With £2.50, you could nearly buy the common Vader.
Oh. Is that where it is in the market?
Yeah, it's under 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a big loss on my end.
All right. Well, let's
at least the collectible is really cool.
The collectible looks amazing. The detail on it is phenomenal. You know, and I said this to Corey at VeVe. I said, when you guys get better ways to film and present these collectibles, a collectible like that for marketing would be so good. I mean,
nice.
The video was already cool. So
yeah, I mean, we have the video also as a post we wanted to highlight. Just play it in the background. So I mean, probably most of the people who are in here already know about that collectible, but the quality is mwah.
Details on the sword.
Yeah, really nice.
Just all the engraving on the armor. And they're definitely getting better. They're definitely getting better with things like fabrics and hair, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one in particular, the fabric looked good too, swaying, blowing in the wind.
Yeah. If we take a look at the evolution of the quality of the collectibles over the last month, there was definitely an uptick in the quality, in my personal opinion.
I saw this collectible and immediately thought about Fortnite again, because the first time I ever saw this was on Fortnite. And a little backstory is this piece was actually new to Fortnite and recently released as well. So it's not even that old. So the fact that we're seeing it on VeVe now too is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we go to the next one?
Yeah, you ready for it? It's Death Bunny. Are you ready for one of his posts?
Let's go. Can we hear the music?
I can play it. I hope it's not copyrighted, but oh no,
Okay,
it's
got
gonna be
it.
copyrighted.
Yeah, okay, don't do it then. Guys, honestly, if you don't follow that account on X, I mean, he makes hilarious content, in my opinion. I really like what he puts out, and probably most of you have seen stuff from him. I mean, the AR dancing videos of David Dan, they are quite amazing, in my
Makes me laugh.
opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes me laugh.
definitely.
Next up though, we got Mr. Squibs. You recently did an interview with him. So
Yeah.
if you guys haven't checked that out, I highly recommend go over to Jan's channel if you're not already there. And yeah, check out that interview. But he says, back in November 2024, I revealed my secret rare stacks. The love, support, and enthusiasm from this community blew me away. That, in part, along with some friendly competition, inspired me to continue stacking. And here's his updated collection. So
I mean, honestly, his collection is just zoom in a bit, please, because then you can see like the actual numbers. I guess he has like 42 secret rare amazing fantasy 15.
yeah, it's not
I
letting me
mean,
zoom in further, but
oh yeah, okay. But his collection and his conviction is just mind blowing, in my opinion. And if VeVe plays out like most of us probably hope and think so, that collection will be so valuable, in my opinion.
yeah, and even just being able to present all these together would look so cool on like a single wall. You know?
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen in the chat, Granison Prime, the rare Samurai Vaders are $8. The rare? What price is the common at? Oh, damn it.
Well, that answers the question of whether I'm going to buy one or not. I didn't even get one in the market afterwards. I forgot to look, so that's good.
Yeah,
to
but
know.
I mean, if the rare goes for 8, how much is the ultra rare? I mean, we can check that later, but maybe someone can quickly write it into this the chat, because yesterday, like the ultra rare were at like, I guess, 70, $80 or so. They were definitely above retail.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Felix says
Yeah,
Mr. Squibs is very inspiring.
Yeah, and such a nice, humble guy, honestly. I had a really nice conversation with him. And even after our interview recording, we've talked like for 45 minutes or so just about life. That was really nice. Really nice.
That's awesome.
And guys, he has a really cool juice company. A really cool juice company with like healthy juices and stuff. Most of you will not know it, but I'm a medical nutritionist, if that's the right word in English. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it is. And honestly, those juices he sells are quite good. Yeah.
Oh, you
a
tried
little
one?
plug here for him.
You had one? Did you actually try it?
No, I hadn't. But I've checked the nutritions on his website and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Jan approved.
Just as a side note here for you.
Funny.
Yeah.
Our next post here is from Martin. He actually posted a really cool video of the 501st Legion from Star Wars. He put a little video together.
Well, I mean, we can't play the music, right?
Nope.
No, so I will give a little bit of backstory on that one. Like 3 or 4 weeks back, we had our German VeVe meetup in where was it? We had our we had our German VeVe meetup, and thanks to Fadi, thanks to Frank, to Simon, etc., for organizing all that. That was amazing, because that was a fan organized VeVe meetup, and there was one Sita, one of the German guys. He's a huge Star Wars fan. and he told like a really interesting story that I never have heard of before about the 501st Legion, a Vader's army kind of thing, and that's like a tribute from Martin to him and to his story. Just for a little bit context there, guys.
It's the filming of it, the environment. It's super cool. I love the entire atmosphere he created. So we'll let this play out. I think it's near the end, but he's got a little.
Yeah, it's like roughly 2 minutes or so.
Got a nice shrine in the back.
Yeah.
Cool. With a lightsaber.
24 Mountain in the chat says Grail Comics, Mr. Squibs is the Grail Comics secret rare goat. And I think he's right. I mean, there are probably not that many people who have like more secret rare comics than him. And even his, as I said, like the Amazing Fantasy 15 stack and all the other Grail stacks he has is just, yeah, mind blowing.
Very cool. It's an accomplishment. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And he believes that some of those variants could over the long time be even more valuable than the physical counterparts. I mean, that's a debate we could have here, but his reasoning in our interview was kind of compelling to me, because a few of those digital ones are like true one-of-ones. For example, like the exact mint numbers or the year numbers, for example. I mean, they're definitely just one. And he said to me like, okay, on the physical ones, maybe someone finds a AF-15 in the best condition somewhere in his garage.
Yeah.
And then there's the new best graded one, for example, and on those digital ones, you already know there can only be 1 year mint of that that collectible, for example.
I think there's multiple arguments for it, but I think for sure digital is going to surpass physical at some point. We're not there yet, but I'm a firm believer.
No, we're definitely not there yet with like a couple thousand active users on VeVe. Definitely not.
Well, even in the grand scheme of things, but
yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, our next post is a good one to go over now, because speaking of the devil, he just popped in the chat. We have Digital Monkey.
I saw that.
Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. But he says, whether you call VeVe's digital collectibles NFTs or not, whether you think OMI has enough utility or not, or whether you believe in the metaverse today or tomorrow, you can't deny this. VeVe has survived every storm, flourished through bear markets, and built a track record most projects can dream of. With that kind of credibility.
And he was so spot on with that post, in my opinion, because even though like the sales volume, the prices, the user numbers, everything has gone down over the last couple of years. Definitely, we've all felt that, or I mean, seen that as well. But just think about it: how many NFT projects have gone out of business and don't exist anymore? So,
well, I mean, more than less. I mean, let's put it this way. I can think of all the main projects pretty much. You can list all the main projects pretty much on one hand. All the main big ones. You know, the Wilder Worlds, the Readyverse, the like Readyverse, Futureverse.
But have they been around in the last cycle?
Futureverse or Readyverse? Which one?
Both. I don't know anything about those.
Wilder World was I think
Wilder
Futureverse was created 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So it was like happening right around they started.
Yeah.
Might be wrong about that. Yeah, great post, man. The next one we should go over is actually one that VeVe just dropped. Not even an hour, about an hour ago now. And this is actually their lineup for DesignerCon Hong Kong. So
put it in the chat. Who is going?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here. All right, so let's go through this. So on October 4th and 5th, we have artist signings and appearances. So Ron English, Cool Rain, Toby Studio, and Matt Gondek are all going to be making appearances. Matt Gondek and Ron English. Cool. Slim from Big Shot Toy Shop behind Nounish Friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's over there too right now. He's in Japan. I think
Yeah.
in Hong Kong.
Okay. Mhm.
Special activities. So first chance to grab event exclusive Fidgetal collectibles. You're going to get a VeVe Flag Hong Kong on-site redemptions. Wait, what? Oh, it's the... Sorry, I read that wrong. They're going to be redeeming these VeVe logos. All participating artists will return from meet and greets. The final day, you have the option of claiming redemption cards for Fidgetal collectibles, and then community photo sessions and giveaways. Here's the first one. Okay. Jan, I don't know about you, man. Have you seen this collectible from Ron before?
Like as a picture or in real life?
Picture, real life?
As a Yeah, as a picture, I've definitely seen that, but I guess in real it looks kind of incredible. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of his art on VeVe. I have nothing he put out, but like I would definitely put a physical one. I mean, I can't afford it, but I would if I could uh, put that one in my living room. That looks pretty dope in my opinion.
I remember always seeing these in the background of, I think it was Dan's, Zoom calls.
Oh yeah, he had two, right? One left and right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
it was this. But either way, I've done like a lot of videos on Ron at this point, and every time I'm searching him on Google, this collectible pops up. So I'd assume it's probably one of his more popular pieces.
Signature ones.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks really cool. Gold and silver. And then there's also a physical artwork with the satirical realm of Delusionville. So I guess it's a little painting of I don't know if that's what Delusionville is going to look like, but art. Would you go for it? Yay or nay?
Me? No. No.
No?
No.
Cool.
I don't think so.
Doc says,
Guys, sorry, just a technical question. Is someone watching the live stream on my channel? Because we are trying to figure out streaming to both, and I'm not sure if there's a stream on my one.
you should be live.
It
We'll get
No,
somebody.
it doesn't look like it.
What? Oh, that's odd. We did test that
Yeah, I
beforehand.
mean,
We'll have to figure
yeah,
that out. But
yeah. Okay.
the next drop here is by Matt Gondek. So I found out about Matt Gondek through VeVe, but this is probably one of my favorite artists on the platform. I love his art. And I really like the characters that he works with too, like the Simpsons and the Mickey Mouse characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we got a deconstructed version of Bart and a kaiju. There's a spiky kaiju. Embodies raw, rebellious energy.
Yeah, I mean those are cool. I'm not into that art stuff so much because I don't understand enough about it. I really like the look of it, but I'm not really into those ones.
Well, it looks like there's a second part here. He's got an artwork around the character as well. So purchase a physical collectible or a print available in two colorways, one on the left, one on the right. And in addition, a digital version of Bart will drop on VeVe that weekend. For the digital drop on VeVe, if you land one of the 50 special edition digital Barts, you'll also receive a physical Bart sniped or shipped to you. Sniped.
Yeah. I mean that's cool.
My English isn't perfect either, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. I try my best.
We got
What else do we have?
another cool rain drop. So correct me if I'm wrong, but he's already dropped something on VeVe, yes? It's the pool ball that's on VeVe already, right?
I have
Don't know.
no clue, man.
I'm
No.
sh- I'm sure somebody can mention that in the chat. But it looks like he's dropping more. So how it works is you buy the physical Cool Rain pot ball print. It sounds like from the booth. To receive a digital version of the pot ball print redeemable in the app. And then you can also check out a range of exclusive Cool Rain collectibles from statues and t-shirts at his booth as well.
Is there anything about Omi purchases or so? Because David talked about those in the past, that you might be able to purchase like the physical collectibles with Omi in the future. But as it seems, there's not anything about Omi purchases, right?
Doesn't look like so far. Might be
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Uh,
Maybe for New York Comic Con.
well,
You will be there, right?
Yes, I will
No.
be. I will
Will
be
you
in New
be
York.
yeah?
I'll be in New
Nice.
York. It might be also in the bottom of this article. We'll see. A little drink of water here. All right, next up we got Toby. This one looks cool. So Toby is an artist who creates his own unique characters based on 3D modeling, translating emotions and experiences into sculptures. Toby transforms art toys and bronze works depending on the weight and depth of the message, enriching the connection with the audience. Cool.
Yeah, I really like that one. I mean that's a piece I would make. How much will it be? Is there a price attached?
I don't think they haven't announced pricing for it.
Ah, okay.
But in terms of how this one's gonna work, or sorry, it's a commemorative poster blending modern 3D character design with timeless storytelling. So celebrating Toby's philosophy of preserving the past, recording the present, and shaping the future. So how this drop is going to work is you buy the physical Toby print to receive a digital version of the Toby print on the app. So just like the last drop.
Yeah, yeah.
Buy the
I
physical at the booth.
I really like those drops because like for getting in new people and getting in physical collectors, that's a great way because a lot of them will probably buy the physical one and think like, yeah, nice, I want the physical. Oh, and I got something digital. Okay, I will at least check it out and then maybe get drawn into the rabbit hole as most of us are.
That's how VeVe works
Yeah.
for everyone. That's how you
Yeah,
get drawn in.
Absolutely.
There we go. So yeah, buy the physical at the booth, get the digital on the app. And then here is that exclusive VeVe flag of Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3D digital collectible available only to attendees of DesignerCon Hong Kong. Display in AR or within the Veviverse to showcase your presence at this land. There you go. You guys walk up to the booth and you're in Hong Kong. You have a chance of getting one of these cards to redeem this logo. And then actually, speaking of the logo, we got more. Got another Fidge pin. You know the backstory about that? Fidge pin versus Fig pin?
No, tell me about it.
I did a video on it and I mispronounced it, and then their community came after me. And I was like,
what's the right way to pronounce it?
the right way is Fig pin, but I'm sticking strong and I'm saying Fidge pin because Fidge stands for fidgetal. Fidgetal.
Okay.
So our community needs to help turn it around, all right? We all need to stick with that. Fidge pin.
But before like those pins got introduced to VeVe, I've never thought that the physical pin market is so huge and pins are so thought after. I would have never thought about that.
Have you ever been to a Disney park?
Nope.
Okay, it was one of the comments that my collectibles made when he came back. He was like, I was so surprised at how often you would see the pin collecting around the parks. And like apart from me, like when I would go to the parks as a kid, my favorite thing about going there wasn't always the rides. It was actually like trying to find the characters. And then when you found the character, you got to ask them for a pin. And then you could collect them as you went through the parks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pin collecting is huge at Disney, but that kind of shaped my perspective. And yeah, so when I
Yeah,
saw
got it.
this, is pretty happy. What's everyone saying in the chat here? We got a ton of people in here right now. I know you can probably see everything I'm looking at. So shout out to everyone here.
I
We got
mean,
Ronnie Duck, Master Ronnie, Shawnee. Everybody's names is rhyming right now. Felix, let's go. Anything you want to mention before we move on here?
I mean, Felix is saying like the German community will like Fitch pin because Fig means fuck in German.
Oh.
So for us, it's fuck pin, kind of. It sounds like, but yeah. So
That's
we will definitely start to use Fitch.
Fidge
Yeah.
for fidgetal. It works.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So it looks like available only to attendees at the event and redeemable via a redemption code. So just like the card right above. And then it says the VeVe heart logo comes in red, blue, green, or orange. Celebrating DesignerCon Hong Kong 2025 in style with this limited edition VeVe heart logo. Very few remain in this limited edition physical and digital.
Yes.
Veviverse heart logo. I don't know why I'm just picking up on this. We've been looking at this screen for how many minutes now? I didn't even realize it said. Celebrating DesignerCon Hong Kong in style. Veviverse heart. And then how it works: buy any VeVe heart fidge pin at the booth and receive a promo code.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's it.
I definitely need to get my hands on at least one of those pins. I'm not sure about if I can still redeem like the VV Gold and Silver logo pin because I haven't redeemed it yet. But I mean, it's like 2 years ago or so, or one. I don't even know that.
Are you're talking about the main gold and silver logo?
Yeah. There was a fig pin of the gold and silver logo
Ah,
for the holders. Yeah, to
fidge
redeem
pin,
that.
fidge pin of the gold and
Yeah,
silver.
fig pin exactly. Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah,
yeah, that looks like it's the full lineup for Hong Kong. Where is this though? I'm not seeing the clothing. Missing something?
maybe this is just physical.
Oh, hang on a sec. No, this. Am I missing something, guys? I got pictures of clothing on here, but I don't see anything about clothing. So, if anybody mentions that, I guess we can come back to it.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, this is all our Omi stuff. You want to save this for a bit later?
Yeah, we will definitely save that for later because later we will have Foster, the community manager, on to talk the newest stuff about the OMI token, the newest developments, and most of you guys have probably seen it. Like half an hour ago, a new exchange was announced for the OMI token. A Korean one was it, I think, but we will definitely talk about that later on stream with Foster. For now, we will do some gamification, guys. We will do a trivia.
Do you want to do the showcase first or trivia?
Oh yeah,
Veviverse
good.
showcase.
We have like let's do the showcase first.
Okay, we're gonna keep it real short because I'm gonna put something on you here. I know we planned for my space to be showcased, but I feel like it's a little old at this point and people have probably seen it by now. So I want to Ovni Noir. I want to highlight Ovni's most recent space because you just told me about this the other day, and I just saw
Yeah,
this. So
amazing, isn't it?
we got to give it some we've got to give it a spotlight. I'd feel guilty, dude, if we went over one of my spaces. I haven't even been building. But yeah,
Yeah.
he did the Monsters Inc. Facility. I mean, the whole
I mean, that
environment
looks
there.
so good. That looks so fucking good. I mean, how much detail is in these tubes or whatever these things are called? You know what I mean,
You know
right?
what's
Yeah.
funny is when I looked at that, it immediately gave me PTSD from the Pokeball machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he had
Yeah, I
to do
got
the
it.
exact same thing with that. But yeah, they would have
For
just laid out.
all of them. For all of them. That's so sick. And look how many are even in this one picture. Like 7, 8 in the background, then all those in the front. I think that must have taken so
It
long
would have taken a
in the
while.
current version of the Vivvmeister. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little trick you can
Yeah.
do where once you've built one, then you can just copy and paste all of the pieces into the same spot and then just like pull it out so it looks like you're taking a copy. So it's not like he had to like reset up every single
Okay.
one.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it still would have
Yeah,
taken a
okay.
long time. Probably did the same thing with the doors over here.
Yeah, yeah. Guys in the chat, I don't know about you, but let us both know what's like your current opinion on the Viviverse, because for me it feels like the Viviverse doesn't get the attention it deserves at the moment. I mean, there are no updates, it feels like there's no development going forward with the Viviverse. So yeah, let us know what you think, and maybe you can say a few words to that as well, Josh.
Yeah, what I'll say is, and I won't mention much of it in this episode other than what I'm saying now, but I agree with everything you just said there. Like, there's a lack of updates and stuff, and I think that's kind of the main reason why there isn't much traction in the verse. But I also think the verse is missing a lot of key features. Like jumping is one just very simple example, but yeah, development is just too slow right now. There is a project I'm working on, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about that probably in our next episode. Jan, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. So
you guys, you can be excited about that. That's pretty dope in my opinion. But as you said, next episode. Ronnie Likto. I hope I pronounced the name right. Sorry, man. I always see you on X, but I'm not the best in spelling that name out. Where is the comment? Where is the comment? Yeah, there. I love it so far, but needs a few updates to make it more efficient. Yeah, definitely. And guys, we need to keep in mind we want to not really we want to, but to be fair, we have to compare the Viviverse to a triple A game kind of thing. And we have to be honest here, that's not what it is right now. And I hope we will, huh?
it's a building tool. That's what it is. It's a building tool
Yeah,
that has social elements, but the social elements are meant for builders. That's what it's for.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like to your point about comparing it to other games, like what I would compare it most closely to right now is, and it doesn't resemble this platform at all, but it should resemble the platform, which is the Readyverse. The Readyverse is a
Mm-hmm.
perfect example of what it should be, but with VVIP or like VV brand, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Readyverse is a platform where you control your avatar, you can portal between a bunch of different worlds, environments, social experiences. You can interact with those players. You have a lot more customization around your avatar. You have a lot more customization around building. They have AI implemented into it. So that's exactly where the VVverse should be. So that's
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. Are there more pictures?
They only posted the 4.
Okay. We've already watched, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do anticipate
But
these guys to release videos eventually. I saw them doing some video editing.
yeah, I mean, I hope so, because they already also have like the other mention they recently posted with the basketball court in it, like Drake's mention or so, is
Oh
it?
yeah,
I
that
think.
was an older map of theirs. That's another really cool one.
Yeah, but looks awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
definitely credit to those guys to put something that incredible. And you mentioned to me it's not just one person; it's a group of people, right?
I believe so, yeah. I know that they build maps on
Mm.
Fortnite and they're a group over there. When they were posting like their video editing stuff with VeVe, it looked like there was a group of people working on it. So I would assume with all the environments that they're putting out that there's more than one.
Mm.
I don't want to
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
for them though, but
yeah. I totally get it.
VeVe fan
Yeah,
says
here, VeVe. Oh yeah, go ahead.
it's simple. The Veviverse is not compatible with technology. You have a gaming computer in which global audience doesn't use anymore. We use tablets and phones. Two things to say to that. One, the technology that they're using should be compatible with just a laptop. It's the way that it's optimized and the way that they have it set up in the back end. The second thing is, as far as the tablets and the phone go, I would agree that a metaverse-like product or project is put onto mobile. That way it can reach more people. But the current version of what the Vivvmeister is not a mobile application. It's not a tablet application. And if you compare it to something like a Blender or Unity, right, which is building platforms, you do all the same stuff in those. They don't have mobile applications, and even if they do, they don't have large loyal fan bases using the platform on mobile. So this space right now, like what the Vivvmeister is, it will not excel on mobile, the current version of what it is. So it like there needs to be other things implemented before mobile and tablets just like take it to the next. Not going to do
Yeah,
anything like that.
yeah, probably not. I mean, our phones will definitely die trying to do that.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, ab
But yeah, like, but
absolutely.
even if you look at like a Readyverse, right? Which I saw somebody ask if it's out yet. It's in early access, so people who have NFTs with them do have access to the Readyverse right now. But I think it's also open to anyone who just makes an avatar with their AI platform. So yeah, you can get in, but that platform's not mobile. Wilder World isn't mobile, and it's because you can't replicate what they're looking to build on mobile yet because it like the tech's not even there. Like
Mm,
even if you were to create a simplified version of what they're trying to build, it wouldn't even be close. So
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
mobile and tablets I don't think would be the focus right now.
yeah. Get it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Josh, with a look on the time, will we do the trivia?
We got time for trivia. Let's do it. Let's run it.
Nice. Okay, guys. So, as you can see, just scan the QR code, and we have to say here this trivia is supported by VeVe. So the first place will win a digital collectible, and it's really simple. Scan the QR code or click the link in the chat. Have you posted the chat? The link?
I'm doing that.
Yeah. But what's important for the one who's winning, you definitely have to use your VeVe handle, so we can announce the winner to VeVe so that he or she gets the collectible.
There we go, guys. I just tossed the link in the chat there. If you guys aren't able
Yes.
to scan the
Okay.
QR
I
code.
see some guys joining here right now. Great. I mean, we will definitely keep that up for a little longer so everyone who's interested can join. But some background info, we will have 10 different questions to collectibles that are available on VeVe. And by the way, if you're not on VeVe yet and you're new to VeVe and you just got into the stream because it seemed interesting to you, there is a affiliate link down in the description where you get like 10 gems, so VeVe's in-app currency for free. And as we discussed earlier, with 10 gems, you can buy a rare Darth Vader Samurai.
Yep.
Yeah, so just click that, but for the quiz, just put in your... Oh, we have a lot of people in here
We
for
got nearly
now.
20 people in here. Let's go. We got Sven in the
re-
chat as well, man. Good friend of mine. Nice to see you, my friend. Been a little while since I talked to him, so it's good to see him. But what were you gonna
Cool.
say there?
I just wanted to give the people a little more time to get into the quiz. And guys, what's important? There will be a question and 4 possible answers. And you only have 20 seconds because we don't want to use, we don't want you guys, you little cheeky guys out there, use AI to get the right answer.
Sven.
So just Sven, shout out to you.
That is something he would
So,
do. So he's gonna sit there on Google and just type everything out. I
okay,
know
so
him.
we will definitely ban Sven then. Or I mean, it's a good test. If he has 10 out of 10 right, then we know he cheated with AI. But so we need to make the time even shorter. But 4 answers, just 1 is right. Obviously, 20 seconds. Click on it, and if you don't click on it, it doesn't count. In the end, if there are a few people who have like the same amount of right answers, it's all about the time. So if one of, let's say, 2 people have 8 right answers, but the one answered in like 3 minutes and the other one, I mean, the math doesn't how do you say it? The math is probably wrong on this, but one takes 2 minutes, the other takes 4 to have 8 right answers. The 2-minute one wins, and we will definitely see that in the leaderboard in the end. Yeah.
Bring us over to
Any
this screen here. We'll get started.
Yeah. Let's see how can you see on this screen how many are in there right now?
We got 24.
24. Okay, I would say then let's start. Are you guys ready? All right. And Josh, you are not allowed to participate. You are only allowed to show.
Participate.
Okay, let's go, guys. Yeah. First question. I hope every one of you guys can see that one. Oh, yeah. We are getting in votes. Nice,
right, so
nice.
Who is the main artist of Iron Man's origin in Tales of Suspense number 39?
Oh yeah, I mean I can read it out next time, right? I was just looking on my screen and I can see like the answers the people put in there. So the right answer is Don Heck, 31%. Can you see that on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 31% of you know it, and some background info. So, Don Heck was the primary artist for Iron Man's debut in Tales of Suspense 39 out of the year 1963. While Jack Kirby helped with the cover design and ideas, Heck illustrated Tony Stark's first appearance, establishing the look of Iron Man. All right, guys. Next question. But before we go to the next question, can you take a look at the chat if there are any problems for some people? Because I only see like 16 votes, but I guess we are more in the quiz. Is someone complaining? No.
Notorious just said it went fast, but other than that, no.
Yeah, okay, so he forgot to vote. Oh, what? Yeah, guys, I told you beforehand, 20 seconds, not that much time, but okay, I will read out the next question. So, how old is Grogu at the beginning of The Mandalorian season 1? 100 years, 25 years, 5 years, or 50 years? Okay, I see the votes coming in.
Sven says that there were some people probably still looking on Google.
Yeah. Sven, yeah. All right.
right.
All the answers are in. And the right answer is 50 years. Grogu, despite being 50 years old, is still considered an infant due to the long lifespan of his species. This explains why he behaves and appears like a toddler, even though he is technically several decades old. I mean, Josh, we've tried the quiz before just to check, and the first two questions you were definitely right on the point there, but I'm kind of interested in the next questions. So before we reveal the next answers to the questions, I will know what you would have picked. Don't
You
pick
know,
it, but tell me just before I reveal it.
you know
Okay?
what? You know what? Let's maybe slow it down ever so slightly because Cosmic just made a good point. He said that there's a lag between the stream and answering, which is about 20 seconds off. I don't know if it's 20 seconds, but maybe that's some people's issue here.
Okay.
Yeah, Cool Mo says
Yeah,
he couldn't vote as well. All right, guys. So yeah, next show we'll just make sure that the time is a little bit more here.
Yeah, but you should see it pop up in the in your app or on your phone in the right time. Maybe not through the stream, but on your phone it should be accurate. But if not, just let us know in the chat because we are definitely doing this for the first time and trying our best. And every feedback you guys can give us helps to make this show even more worth your time and being here live on Mondays. But yeah, in your app or wherever you take the quiz, there should be no lag in there. Just yeah. Okay, let's see. Next question.
Yeah, I think it's because they're going off the stream, so I think there's going to be a lag regardless. But we'll make sure to increase the time for next stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next question. What is Dr. Doom's official title in his home country, Latveria? 10 seconds to go.
Made it sound like I knew what I was talking about. I just guessed the first two and happened to get them right.
I mean, then what is it, Josh? What is it? A, B, C, or D?
Most people are going for C here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can see it, right? Oh, okay, so you can.
I mean, there's a delay on the stream. It doesn't matter.
So, the right answer is not C. The right answer is Monarch of Latveria. Dr. Doom rules Latveria as its absolute monarch. His title underscores his position as both political and symbolical leader, giving him near total authority over the fictional nation. All right, guys. Next question. 20 seconds to go. Let's go. What is the highest price ever achieved for a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15?
Ooh.
Oh, that looks okay. Most of you guys know it. Most of you guys know it. All right. 69% of you knew it. It's 6.3 million. Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man, achieved a record-breaking sale of 3.6 million in 2021. This episode highlights Spider-Man's enormous cultural impact and the rarity of the comic in high-grade condition. To be fair, I don't know which grade it was, but maybe someone of you guys can put it in the chat what grade that was. I guess it was an 8 point something or so.
I don't even know if it would be that high.
Yeah, I guess it was an 8 point or maybe a 9 point. Someone will know it.
Coolmo, he's asking me a question about the Veviverse development. We have a Q&A at the end of the stream, so just if you can, just bring that question up again at the end, and then I'll try my best to answer for you.
Yes, and we will move on with the next question, guys. In which comic book did Miles Morales make his first appearance?
I know this. You guys get this wrong.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm not even.
Okay, yeah, most of the people know the right answer. I see it already. All right, guys.
Granson.
So the right answer.
Just Granson says the next question is available while you are still answering the previous question, so it means go away hella fast. Okay, we'll test this.
Okay, because the stream has like the lagging component, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, while we do this trivia, just look on your phone and just do the quiz. Concentrate on the quiz. That would be the way to go. But as Josh already said, next time we will definitely do a longer time to vote here. But right answer, Ultimate Fallout number 4. Miles Morales debuted in Ultimate Fallout number 4. Following the death of Ultimate Peter Parker, his introduction brought a new, diverse character to the Spider-Man legacy and has since made him one of Marvel's most popular modern heroes. And someone mentioned in the chat beforehand that there was a big Miles Morales sale on Stacker or somewhere like on Stacker or on VeVe. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, and Flexy's also saying that that AF-15 was a 9.6 that sold.
Oh, yeah, okay, nice. I mean, still 3.6 million, but a good grade. Yeah. Okay, guys. We have to move on because our live guest should be on in about 5 minutes. Maybe we have to put him back 5 minutes, but let's finish the quiz. Next question. Who was the official sculptor of the partner statue? This is a hard one.
Mary, Blaine, Sven, or Mark?
Yes, and the right answer, 46% knew it, Blaine Gibson. Blaine Gibson, a Disney sculptor and animator, created the famous partner statue featuring Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. This statue was unveiled in 1993 at Disneyland and has since become an iconic symbol of the Disney parks. Yes.
There you go. There you
Everything's all right. Next question. Oh, what is the chat saying? Okay, next question. I was too fast here, guys. Which villain was responsible for the death of Peter Parker's girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, in the comics? Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah.
We're getting quite we're getting a variety of answers for every question.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know most of them before I researched them for the quiz. So the right answer is not Harry Osborn. It's Norman Osborn, his father. And Norman Osborn, as the Green Goblin, was responsible for Gwen Stacy's death in The Amazing Spider-Man 121. This tragic moment is considered one of the most defining events in Spider-Man's history, marking the end of the Silver Age comics. And on to question number 8. Which company originally published Marvel Comics #1?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, guys, that looks good. Most of you know it. Okay, nice. Nearly 80% knew it. It's Timely Publication. Marvel Comics #1 was published by Timely Publications. Oh god, that word is so hard. The predecessor, is it right?
Predecessor, yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice. The predecessor to Marvel Comics. It features the first appearance of characters like the Human Torch and Namor the Submariner. All right, guys, next question. Which of the following people was not involved in Daredevil 1? Five seconds to go. All right. I mean, on this one, everyone got an answer. So the right answer is Wally Wood was not involved. Daredevil #1 was created by Stan Lee and Bill Everett, with Jack Kirby providing the cover sketch. Wally Wood joined later and redesigned Daredevil's costume into the iconic red suit, but was not part of his debut series. Oh, Josh, we are good in time. We are good in time. Last question, guys. What is the official release date of Steamboat Willie? Five seconds to go. Oh yeah, we definitely have to do this time longer next time. I mean, I'm even confused with the speed. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Okay, and the right answer is November 18th, 1928. Steamboat Willie premiered on November 18th, 1928, and is regarded as Mickey Mouse's official debut. The short was groundbreaking as one of the first synchronized sound cartoons and marked the beginning of Disney's rise to global fame. Guys, okay, let's see who won. And the winner is Digital Monkey. 8 out of 10 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
Oh, it's not showing me on my end, but I guess.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's right. He's the only one with. It's not shown on your end.
No, it just says I didn't participate. That's why. But it's all good. You announced it, so.
Oh yeah. Okay, but Digital Monkey, congratulations. Reach out to me on X. 8 out of 10 with 2 minutes 31 seconds. All right. Cool. Then I would say we are so good on time, Josh. Let's bring on our guest, or what would you say?
We're going to bring on our guest right now. We might have one hiccup because I just thought about it in my head, but I'll make sure I fix it for next stream. So bear with me, guys, as we bring on our guest here.
Is the hiccup that out? There he is.
Yeah. I just have to add Foster to the other scene. That way he shows up from the start. But
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Foster, welcome live at Beyond the Drop episode 1. Great to have you here. I hope you can hear us all right.
Thank you so much for having me. I can hear you fine, Jan. I can't hear Josh at all. I've been listening for about 5 minutes in the background, and I don't know why I haven't been able to hear him yet, but I can see his mouth moving.
Not that important. Not that important.
Yeah, okay.
we will fix that. Have you seen the trivia we've did before you came on?
I listened to about half of the questions in the background when you were asking them, and I remember thinking, like, I would have got 0 out of 5. So good on everyone. Congratulations to Digital Monkey for getting 8 out of 10, because certainly I wouldn't have gotten anywhere close to that. So yeah, that's those were some tough questions. So good on people for knowing the answers.
Yeah. I mean, Josh, while you try to figure out your sound issue, because I can hear you.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I'm just trying to troubleshoot now. So Yeah, if you just kind of
Yeah,
take the lead here for a sec while I figure out.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
on.
I
no
can
worries.
certainly see him talking, but I'm not that good of a lip
Yeah.
reader, so that might
That-
make it a bit difficult. But I'm sure we'll get it sorted. The first
Yeah.
show jitters. Congratulations, by the way, on Beyond the Drum
Thanks.
to
Yeah,
both of
thanks.
you, and I think that that's incredible that you guys are putting this on, and I certainly feel honored to be your first guest. I don't know that I'm the best person to speak to on drop related things, but certainly as we get into, I'm sure, OMI components and things like that, there's a lot to discuss, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to be here.
Foster, we will not talk about drop and VeVe related things with you. I mean, there is definitely a topic that that all the listeners and watchers are more interested when you are on, I guess. But before we start with the questions we have prepared for you, guys, I know we are live, and you probably have many questions. And the good thing about life is that you can share your questions, and please do so in the chat. We will try to get a few in after we've done our questions, yeah, then we will filter through them and take a look at the most important ones, if you can say it, or the ones that are compelling to us as well, and probably compelling to most of the listeners. Josh, how is it going?
A little lost here. Just I see people
Yeah.
in the chat saying
Still
that they can
nothing on
hear
my end,
me.
unfortunately.
And test.
Oh, there we go.
All right,
I
I'm
heard
gonna
test.
switch my mic over here. Can everyone in the chat still hear me? Okay. We're gonna need confirmation there. I appreciate. Sorry about the little issues there, Foster. But yeah,
I definitely hear an echo now.
No, well, I just want to say that this is my first time actually speaking to Foster face to face, so it's a pleasure to finally meet you, man.
Absolutely.
hopping
Well, it's
on.
good to actually be able to hear your voice, but now we have, I guess, an echo on Jan's side. So I don't know
Yeah.
if, I don't know how we're gonna come over that, but
I got it right now.
yeah.
One sec. Test. Is the echo there?
No.
There we go. We're good.
Nice. That sounds, Foster, you can hear him now, yeah?
Absolutely, yes.
Perfect. And the whole chat can also hear all three of us, right? Just give us a quick thumbs up.
I'm a little proud that I solved that live. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
hey, there you go. That was very
Wrap
good.
it up for Josh here. Okay, so
I'm good. To go.
I mean, like an hour ago or so, the Ecomi Twitter account posted that we are now are listed on Bing X. Never heard about it, but it seems like a Korean exchange. As I read it in the post. Tell us about it. Why the Korean market? And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, funny story. As things tend to happen with us on the Ecomi side, the community is far too curious for their own good and find out about these things before they're supposed to be announced or go live. We weren't actually supposed to announce it until tomorrow, but I guess CoinMarketCap sent out a notification to some users, and then people were curious, and so data mined it, and so we kind of pushed it forward a little bit just to get the news out there so that people had all the information and could make kind of informed decisions based off of it. But yes. The OMI token will be listed on the BingX exchange as of September 23rd, 2025 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And we're really looking forward to it. BingX is globally ranked number 13 by CoinMarketCap. So it's certainly not a slouch of an exchange. It's been around since 2018. Has over 10 million registered users and predominantly targets the Korean market, as you mentioned. And so one of the great things, well, there's a few actually, but one of the great things about working with BingX is that they fall under a travel rule integration in Korea. So as you guys may be aware, the Korean market is very strict when it comes to compliance as far as regulations go for their users. And they have a significant amount of users in that region that are onboarded into crypto. So there's approximately 51 million residents in South Korea, 16.5 million of which have cryptocurrency accounts. So it's very prevalent over there, and there's a lot of interest in crypto and things that are going on there. And so for our purposes, with the FATF travel rule, which is like an interoperability rule that's established in Korea, it essentially allows users of BingX, Upbit, and BitHump to use all three exchanges kind of interchangeably. And so it really opens us up to not just the BingX user base, but also the Upbit user base, which is globally ranked number 4, and the BitHump user base, which is globally ranked number 19. And so between those three exchanges, they have tens of millions of registered users. They have almost $10 billion in 24-hour trading volume across the three exchanges. And so it really opens us up to a new demographic. And as we look at the timing coming into Q4, VeVe is doing some strategic pushes when it comes to that region. As a lot of people may know, they're going to DesignerCon in Hong Kong, and they're looking to target more of an APAC user base. And so having this exchange listing come live at this time will present a lot of really great opportunities for users who are learning about VeVe for the first time to also have a seamless way to onboard into the OMI token. Exchange currently that will accept the base token. So you would have to bridge it back over to Ethereum in order to take it over an exchange if that's a route that you were looking to go. You no longer need to do that now. You'll be able to, if you have access to BingX, deposit the tokens directly on that exchange on the base or Ethereum networks, which will open up a lot more interoperability.
Wait a second. The chat is currently saying that
it's fixed. I got it. It's all good. We're good. Oh.
Now we can't see him.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're back. You're back on.
Okay, there we go. Okay. First day glitches. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right? Sorry. I guess like the last 30 seconds with the base token integration, I would say. Please say that again. I think a few were lost on your end there. Sorry, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not a problem at all. So yeah, one of the other great things is obviously it's the historic first with the base token integration. So for the first time ever, people are going to be able to deposit and withdraw on the base network, which is a huge benefit for us because people that utilize OMI to NFT know that they can only do it on the base network. So having to take your tokens over an exchange means manually bridging it back over to Ethereum before you can bring it to an exchange. Now, for any eligible users that can access BingX for the first time ever, you'll be able to just bring your base tokens directly to that exchange. So it opens up more accessibility, it opens up more user onboarding opportunities, and it also sets a precedent for us moving forward when we look to integrate with more exchanges moving forward, as well as our current exchange partners to say, hey, there's a demand for this, for us to be on the base network. Can you look at supporting that network for us as well for deposits and withdrawals? So it's a great opportunity for us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. Even as you said in the beginning, that we through that exchange listing, I have to be fair on that point. I not 100% got the exchange between those three exchanges you've talked about in the beginning, but for me it sounded quite interesting. I definitely have to rewatch it to totally get it, because definitely there's a kind of a little language barrier here on my end, but sounds good so far. It seems like you are excited about it, and when I take a look in the comments, yeah, okay, you're back on, perfect. And I mean, one of the most common complaints in the community were like the lack of real exchange listings, right? Because we recently, over the last couple of months, seen a few listings on Coinbase Wallet, Binance Wallet, Robinhood Wallet, which is awesome in my opinion, because it opens up also like the liquidity to and the possibility for more people to get their hands on the OMI token. But what are your thoughts on those wallet integrations? Give us an overview and maybe what that could potentially mean in the future for OMI.
Absolutely. It's a great question. I think my personal belief is that accessibility for crypto in general, not just the OMI token, has never been easier. And so we have, AI bots that you can now utilize, for instance, Banker or Cato. There's different avenues that you can use to just buy cryptocurrencies directly from a social media account. You have DEXs where you can easily utilize a credit card just to purchase any cryptocurrency that you're looking to acquire directly through the DEX without going through advanced KYC processes, having to learn how to trade and understanding all of that. And so it's never been easier, which means accessibility in and of itself is probably not a concern for most projects anymore. The shift in focus is likely going to be to your marketability and the focus on how you get attention as a project when every project is available. And I'll give you a perfect example. OMI was the 16th token that bridged over to Base back in March of 2024. And back then, we saw the vision early of what Base was looking to accomplish. But Base by no means was the most popular layer 2 solution on Ethereum, let alone the biggest layer 2 that exists now as it is today. And so for our purposes, we were future thinking and saw the opportunities that being on Base would provide us. Now, we didn't necessarily have the forethought to realize that every single token that was minted on the Base network was going to be directly available to be traded on Coinbase, which is fantastic. But certainly,
could have been worse, right? Could have been worse.
Absolutely. But now you kind of look at it and go, well, there's 10, 20, 50,000 tokens that are available. So what distinguishes your product or use case from every other token that exists currently? And so that's really the question that we need to answer for our users when we're looking to adapt any accessibility option, whether it be through an exchange SEX or DEX or any other option that exists for fiat onboarding, et cetera. So, being integrated into the Binance Web3 wallet, being integrated into the Coinbase wallet, and being integrated on the Robinhood wallet are fantastic because those user bases are the biggest in the space. And so they're looking for those opportunities to onboard into different communities and take advantage of different projects. But for our purposes, what message and what narrative are we crafting in order to make them want to engage and what resonates with them? And so one of the great things that we have going for us is the onboarding opportunities through VeVe and the licensors and IP that they secure. And so one of the things that we're looking to target on the Ecomi side is to align exchange listings and marketing opportunities alongside moves that VeVe is making, whether it be licensor releases or whether it be certain places that they're traveling for events, so that when we look to target those key demographics in any given region, we're providing accessibility options for them in areas that we know that they're already interested in. Anyone that's interested in NFTs is probably interested in cryptocurrency because it's a byproduct of blockchain technology. But VeVe's user base is more Web 2 leaning. So how do we create that education? How do we seamlessly onboard them in a way that's going to make them want to participate? And what rewards and incentives can we offer them once they're integrated into the ecosystem to keep them buying and engaged and want them to make a part of the OMI token? And so one of the ways that we answered that question most recently was with the leaderboard rewards and engaging people on the Stacker marketplace through daily and seasonal rewards just for holding OMI tokens. And I think a big part of that is going to culminate with the DEX listings that we've seen on Binance and Coinbase. And certainly main exchange listings are important as well. I'm certainly not saying that they are, given the BingX exchange that we've had announced today. But certainly, CZ Binance even came out, I think, in the last 24 hours, and he's made a DEX called Aster. And so he's, he's saying, as the former CEO of the biggest exchange in the world, that DEXs are actually more important than SEXs. And so really it's just going to it's just going to provide users with an opportunity to secure the keys to their crypto, but still engage in an environment where they can have access to the same features. And eventually we will absolutely see DEXs that have spot listings, that have order books and all of that. The only difference is going to be that you don't need to worry about losing access to whatever centralized exchange that you're using and no longer having access to your keys to your crypto. And so I'm excited about the direction that it's moving. It doesn't mean that we're not targeting all avenues. We certainly are, but there's some exciting developments that are happening in the space. And so, we'll definitely aim to be on the cutting edge as much as we can to take full advantage of it.
Foster, honestly, that sounds amazing. It sounds like well thought through. I mean, the community was complaining the last like 2 or 3 years, nothing is happening for OMI. They never talk about the token, but it seems like you guys have work in the background and planned most of it like pretty accurately and pretty good out, so we can maybe and hopefully, if the crypto market in Q4, Q1, whatever, has like a next leg higher and gets like fresh liquidity, so the OMI token seems like will be well positioned. But guys, before I forget it, nothing in this is financial advice. Huh? Just saying that. But we've had another big change, or we will have another big change in the VeVe and Ecomi ecosystem, I would say, because mid of November. Correct me if I'm wrong here. It's the 19th.
19th of November. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it will only be available to cash out through Stacker with the OMI token, with burns, etc. I definitely want to hear your take on that and what you think about that.
Absolutely. And one of the things that you've hit on quite well is, for the last 2 to 3 years, we've kind of been working behind the scenes. Hasn't been super sexy, hasn't been super exciting, hasn't been nearly as much announcements as anyone, including myself, would have loved to have put out. But I think one of the important things, and I think a lot of the community is starting to realize it, is that, we've been working hard along the scenes to time the deliveries of the things that we're rolling out, and everything is rolling out in a very logical manner. And the last time that we spoke, when I was on your channel, I kind of spoke to the processes that we were looking to go through when it came to being able to deliver things, not just quickly, but in the appropriate time frame. And I'll give you a perfect example: exchanges. Right, we could deliver a major exchange listing a year and a half ago, but I would argue with the macroeconomic factors, the interest in NFTs, no one would have really cared. It wouldn't have really had an impact. There wasn't the genuine interest in the project.
Sorry to interrupt there. In my opinion, we would have seen like a quick spike up and then back down again. Yeah,
absolutely. And so one of the things that we're really looking to do is provide the correct mechanisms with utilities and features that we're looking to develop that will make people want to not only onboard into the ecosystem, but remain in the ecosystem. So by simply rewarding users for, holding their tokens in their Stacker wallet, for participating in buying collectibles that they'd be purchasing anyways and rewarding them with OMI, it's giving mechanisms and ways for users to want to stay into the ecosystem. And so when we look to the move for OMI to Gem, which, as you mentioned, is coming November 19th, we want to ensure that there's mechanisms and incentives in place for users to want to stay engaged in the ecosystem. The cash out option will absolutely be available for any user that wants to partake in it, but we don't want to encourage people to cash out, right? We want people to remain in the ecosystem. We want them to want to utilize OMI as the utility token that it is and take full advantage, whether that means coming up with creative ways to reward them or engage them or giving them the means so that they recognize that the accessibility is there if and when they do choose to leave the ecosystem, it's available for them. And so one of the things that we're working to do now with our exchange listings that we're targeting is incorporate that base element. And so because all of the utility and features exist on the base network, as we look to target different demographics and bring them into the ecosystem, we're bringing them in, right? There'll always be people that leave for one reason or another, definitely. Whether it's they're taking profits or they're not interested, they're moving on to other things, and that's totally okay. But what we really need to focus on is replenishing that user base and growing it. So one of the things that we're really working towards behind the scenes is targeting those releases, as I indicated earlier, to coincide with major VeVe events, because as they announce big partnerships or major licensors, you're going to have a huge amount of eyes on the project, and as a byproduct, you're getting them on the token, because as they come into the ecosystem, they're going to be told from day one, if you want to cash out, you have to do it through the OMI token. So what is OMI? How do I get my hands on it? And then how do I get rewarded with it? Sorry, go ahead.
They don't know the old cash out options. So for the new users, it's just normal to cash out through OMI. Yeah.
Well, I
Absolutely.
think another key part about what Foster's saying here, though, too, is the rewards, like figuring out how to keep people either staying but also coming back. And I think like you see a lot of that happening in the gaming space, with, you know, the free items or like the seasonal passes, where there's two sides to it, where you can sign up for the premium side, or you can just continue playing the game, and because you're playing the game, you unlock free items, and that's what keeps, you know, certain users coming back. Or in the case of Fortnite, for example, you know, they have like the seasonal events at the end of every season. You know, you might start playing the beginning of a season, and somebody might, you know, not play as much for whatever reason, but then they're coming back next season because there's something new again, right? So I think that's really, really important. So, you know, your points about the leader boards, and yeah, like seasonal rewards, I think that's very, very important to keep introducing, but also changing.
Absolutely. And I mean, I come from a traditional gaming background, right? Where, you know, playing the Call of Duty, you're playing Fortnite, doing the mobile games, right? You're playing Clash of Clans, whatever the case may be. And a lot of that is encouraging users to come back and rewarding them for that engagement, right? And that's how they keep people coming. And like you said, switching up the types of rewards. And, you know, we've speculated on, you know, do we do rewards for specific collectible types for a week for leaderboard rewards? Do we give multipliers for specific collectibles, or collectibles over comics, comics over collectibles? Do we encourage certain collections, and so on? And just trying to come up with different creative ways to engage user bases as we see all of the, you know, the interest and the data come in on it. And, you know, it could even be new drops that come in, you know, encouraging users to participate in those. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun to be able to kind of see the possibilities. And it sounds like you're starting to see the possibilities as well. And, you know, and it's backed by data. And I think that that's one of the really fun things, right? Is, you know, we speculated on this leaderboard rewards, and it was proposed, you know, 4 or 5 months ago. And it was kind of like, hey, can we do this in this time frame? You know, does it fit into our wider roadmap of what we're looking to accomplish? And there were some things in Q4 that we're looking forward to deliver on, but we kind of had this window where we're like, hey, we don't have a ton for this kind of time frame. You know, there's going to be this migration over to gems, and, you know, how do we kind of fill this void? And so we actually pushed ahead on the leaderboard rewards to try and really make sure that we could roll it out in a meaningful time frame to start engaging that user base, because we could see people were starting to check out Stacker. You know, they were dipping their toes, but maybe weren't using it as much as we would love to see. And certainly with that transition over to gems, and knowing that that's going to be the main source of cash out for users in just a few months' time, we wanted to make sure that they had at least had a chance to check it out and familiarize themselves, so that as they go to use it in that time period, they feel comfortable. They've at least been to the website. They understand the layout. They understand how to log in. They understand how to link their account. And so, you know, looking at the data, in the first week of leaderboard rewards, we saw an average
we can pull that up, I guess. We have a post. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was over 400 daily active transactions was the average. Maybe it was 410. I can't remember. But then in the month of August, so the month before we released leaderboard rewards, I think the average was 66 transactions. And so, I mean, that was almost a 7x in user engagement and activity in the first week of leaderboard rewards coming out. And then just yesterday, we saw the largest single daily burn, which has taken place on OMI through the Stacker marketplace to date. And it was just short of 2 million OMI tokens in one day. Yeah, just from users engaging.
1.9, right?
Yeah, I think it was just under 2 million. It was like 1.91 or something. And so, I mean, that to me is encouraging, right? And I think as interest comes back in the digital collecting space and in NFTs, and I think as VeVe continues to evolve and onboards new user bases, as the user base continues to grow, you know, users are going to be using Stacker more after November than they are going to be now. Absolutely. And so if you also, you know, 5 or 10x your user base, and even more, that user base that already exists is now also overusing Stacker, the possibilities of OMI burn and then the rewards pool and everything that comes alongside that just really opens up a lot of doors. So I'm excited to see kind of the direction that we're moving as we come into Q4. And then, we'll have a lot of really fun things throughout the rest of that year. And then into 2026, I think is when, by Q1, we're going to see the whole game change when it comes to kind of OMI utility and the possibilities in the ecosystem. I've talked publicly on socials that, we're barely just scratching the surface. And I genuinely mean that we've maybe, seen 5 to 10% of even just the current roadmap that we have internally, not just things that might come up in the future that become possible. So we're really just, we're just at the tip of the iceberg. And so it's really exciting that, we have this direction, we have this plan, and that we're going to be able to deliver in a timely fashion, but also support the timing when it comes to kind of those macro factors coming together. Like you said, altcoin season, and people, I think, getting, revigorated in NFTs. We've seen Meta come out with Ray-Ban and the new AR, VR glasses that are coming out. And so the technology is starting to become more advanced. And I think users are going to become more interested in things that will support that type of technology. And certainly I think VeVe is a fantastic candidate for that. And so, we're very thankful that OMI is going to only become more fully integrated into the ecosystem and see a lot of benefits for users that hold it there.
And
Josh, take it.
Speaking of getting integrated into the ecosystem a little bit more, I remember David made a comment a little while back about how they were speaking with some gaming companies about how they can kind of implement the token a little bit more inside of things like the verse. With finding more ways to kind of reward users. Has Akomi are there any updates on that side of things in terms of, what we can expect for OMI being used inside the verse?
Yeah, so no public updates that I can release today, unfortunately. We'll have to live with the Bing X news being the news of the day for today. But definitely, obviously, integrating the token into the Veviverse is something that we've publicly acknowledged will be a priority. And so I think there's a lot of reference and resource material that we can use in kind of the traditional gaming world. So certainly, we've seen projects like Fortnite, we've seen Roblox, we've seen Minecraft, we've seen Call of Duty, that all have, kind of these in-app currencies and kind of the economics that exist within it, and, engaging users in microtransactions and giving them rewards and exclusive accessories and things like that. So I think what's really great is that because we're in a digital frontier, that there's a lot of possibilities that exist for us. And certainly, with licensed partners, there will always be more restrictions as to what can happen in integrations with the token, but certainly even just, VeVe, Akomi, and Stacker IP, and the potential of licensed accessories through those brands, and, as well as artist partners and potentially even some bigger IPs. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to see kind of how that all comes together. And certainly, David has kind of already acknowledged publicly last month that, there'll be OMI exclusive primary market drops. And so, you're starting to kind of see the whole ecosystem come together, where it's not just, hey, OMI's this thing that gives you some MCP points. Okay, now it also gives you some bronze tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to hold it on this third-party platform. What does that do for me? Okay, now I get these leaderboard rewards, but I'm not a whale. Hey, now I can do, A, B, C, D, E, and go through the whole alphabet of what you can do with the OMI token in the ecosystem. And I think, by the time we hit, like I said, Q1 of 2026, so, within the next 5 to 6 months, I think people are going to see several integrations and the picture become a lot clearer. I think one of the things we could probably do a better job is being a little bit more transparent about what those things are. But I think at the same time, it's a very competitive space. And so we do want to hold, our cards close to our sleeve and make sure that as we look to roll out these integrations, that they're going to have the correct impact, that they've been calculated correctly. I think the last thing that we want to do is overpromise and underdeliver. So one of the things that we're really working towards is this kind of shock and awe value where, you wake up one day and out of nowhere, you get a post notification from Akomi on socials and the game has changed. And so, it's cool to have that happen today with the base integration on the Bing X exchange and see users be able to utilize that. There's going to be a lot more of those kind of really cool factors. And some of them are very obvious where people kind of go, I see how this fits in right away. Other things, people kind of are a little bit more apprehensive about, OMI to Gem being a perfect example. But I think as these pieces really start to come together, users are going to kind of sit back and go, okay, I see where this is headed now. I see the vision behind what they're aiming towards, and they're executing and delivering. And that's going to be the biggest thing for us as we continue through.
One of the next biggest pieces I can think about. Because I had the community manager of Stacker in an interview last week. The video will be public next weekend, but it's not out yet. But there will be a version 2 of the Stacker marketplace. A way more like a way better version 2 of the Stacker marketplace. So I guess you probably had some early access and stuff you already saw or know about when it comes to version 2 of Stacker. Can you already share anything with us, or is it still under like how you say it, under like Swedish curtains or so? Oh no, that was something else. But can you tell us anything about the Stacker version 2 marketplace?
Yeah, I mean, look, when I say that we only have 5% to 10% of the of the roadmap and things that have been publicly available, I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone that Stacker is really kind of the driver that we've partnered with to deliver on a lot of this utility for the ecosystem. And so I'm super excited about V2 of Stacker. I don't think anyone has successfully conceptualized just the scope that exists behind it. It's not like it's just, hey, we updated our website and it looks different now. Like that's, it's I don't want to say too much, right? Because you want to underpromise and overdeliver, right? Yeah. So I would, but at the same time,
you're kind of mind blown when you think about it.
Yeah, there were some things that we wanted to deliver sooner on the OMI front, but they would have had to have been completely refactored when V2 came out. And so we pushed some of those utilities back just because we recognized the scope and the impact that we'll have in V2. And so part of when I said, we had that window, right, is originally we had some other things that we were going to deliver in place of leaderboard rewards. And then we chose to integrate them into V2 for the potential impact that we believe that it's going to have on the entire ecosystem. And so, we proceeded with leaderboard rewards, which, don't get me wrong, is super exciting. I think, users this month will get rewarded with over $30,000 worth of OMI just for participating and buying collectibles that they would have anyways. But yeah, V2 of Stacker is it's going to take where the world collects to a whole other level. And so I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay. I mean, if this is under promising and over delivering in the end, what you've said right now, I'm totally fine and happy with that. So we will keep it like this at the moment. But I can say from my interview with the community manager of Stacker, it really sounds really promising. But he also wouldn't give me any timeline. So he said probably Q1 somewhere 2026, as you've already mentioned in our interview before. Josh, any questions on your end before we take a look at a few other posts together with Foster to get his opinion on?
No. I got my question out, so I'm good to go.
Cool. Then pull up a few more posts we've pre-sorted, and after that, we will definitely pick a few questions out of the chat.
This would be the first Takomi post. Yeah, I bookmarked.
Yeah, you have to change the.
Oh, my bad. I'm still learning.
Yes.
There we go.
So
I hope you're not getting me in trouble with whatever this post is. Was I working here when it was posted?
By the way, Jan had me bookmark all of these, so I'm not involved either.
All right, good. We know who to blame. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Awesome. But those are all posts that Ecomi posted, or they reposted, or something like that. So this is the number of total. Oh shit. This one is not reposted or posted by Ecomi, but so we don't know how accurate this is. But if you take a look at it, the number of total addresses, I guess, or token holders. What is your first impression on that? And I mean, a short answer is still a good one, so you don't need to,
line go up.
Yeah. Okay. So Okay,
You said
that's
short.
better.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
You said-
yeah,
you know,
okay,
look,
then.
I mean, we're always looking to onboard new users into the ecosystem, and I think this chart obviously shows that is happening. Is it happening at the rate as quickly as we would like to see? Probably not, but it really only takes one catalyst in crypto for user growth and interest to go
Yeah.
exponential. And so I would say even through kind of a more boring time in the project's history, the fact that that number continued to grow and users continue to onboard, to me is hugely promising and speaks to kind of the direction that we're headed. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that direction, and it shows that by the numbers. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay, next one.
The next NFT
That was
cycle
a
will
really
begin.
interesting article. I guess most of the VeVe fam or Ecomi fam saw that. I just wanted to highlight that. I don't think that we have to read the whole article, but I mean, that was like the most promising point for me when I got into the project. Disney, Marvel, and the biggest IPs out there trusting VeVe and Ecomi, and that's such an important part for me and why I'm still here, besides the awesome community. But in my opinion, I think we will see like the community grow over the next couple of months and years drastically, and I'm definitely here for that and really excited about that. So that was a little rant on my end here for that post. But yeah, let us oh yeah, we've talked about that. That was like the
Leaderboard.
nope, no,
This was the leaderboard.
oh yeah, that's the leaderboard. I mean, it's awesome to see how much Omi a few of those people already burned, right? Do you know how much Omi was burned in total of the during the leaderboard rewards till now?
I haven't looked at the week 3 stats yet because I need to put the post together for rewards, which are being distributed later today. But I think in the first 2 weeks it was 12.6 million.
Mhm.
It was about a million a
Yeah.
day. It was
Yeah,
just under a million a day.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. And then Josh, we had a post where it said like something like, oh yeah, let us talk about this one first. The Omi Secretware logo. I can kick myself in the head still because at the beginning I haven't had the trust into Stacker, so I didn't deposit like the full stake. So I don't have an Ecomi Secretware logo now, and I hate it, man. I hate it. Yeah, that was kind of stupid, but it is how it is. One day I will definitely get one. Josh, pull up the post where it said something like use Stacker, trade Omi, use Omi, and you know which one I mean, right? No, you've put it up beforehand. I've seen it already. Nope.
I got this one, this one,
Nope.
this one, this one, this one left.
Okay, then this post is gone. But I mean, as we discussed beforehand, there's also a component to trading with Omi because it's cheaper. Just give us a quick overview why using Stacker is so much better than the current cash out options.
Oh yeah, that was the Spider-Man Noir post I think that you had up in there.
Oh yeah, I can't read it here on my end. Mhm.
Yeah, no, but I remember it because I did repost that one. And so yeah, one of the great things about the Stacker ecosystem is that, you know, on top of
This one, yeah.
the fact that, you know, outside of the, you know, users save 10% on cash out fees, right? And so that's a huge bonus for people that are integrated in the Stacker ecosystem. Gems have a 10% cash out. Omi tokens have a 0% cash out. They're self-custody tokens. You hold them in your wallet. And if you want to go trade them on a DEX or a SEX, or you want to give them to a friend, or you want to give them to me, whatever you want to do with them, you know, you can do it freely because you have the keys to that crypto. And so that's one of the great benefits. And then certainly the second benefit, and I think what people have started to identify, is that there's certain liquidity in the Stacker market for different collectibles with, you know, people that exist in the traditional Web3 space that maybe don't want to onboard via fiat and buy gems and go through that whole process, but are more than happy to, you know, whether they already hold Omi already or if they're, converting it from another token into the Omi token and buying these collectibles for what people seem to be listing quite frequently as a 10 to 40% discount on top of everything else that has taken place. And so, I've seen users get fantastic deals. Sometimes people list for more in the Stacker marketplace than they do in the VeVe marketplace, and that's totally okay too. I mean, price arbitrage is going to exist between markets, and free markets will do what free markets do. But yeah, it's really exciting to watch people sometimes save hundreds of dollars on their purchase by making it in the Stacker marketplace with the Omi token.
Yeah, totally get it. Josh, on your end, any questions left? Because I ran out of questions now. So if you don't have any, we can take a look at the chat if there are any questions in there that are promising.
Yeah.
Costa, maybe you've seen a question pop up in the chat. Can you see the chat, by the way?
I pulled it up on Twitter on my second monitor, but the chat in my screen, because it's not full screen, is really small. Let me make it full screen.
We have.
I mean, the first comment I read was the Akomi logo will be the big grail. I'm not making financial advice on that one, but certainly I own an Akomi logo. And you want to know one of the really cool things? David has mentioned that he's adding some utility or doing something for the Akomi Secret Rare logo. I know a lot of things that are coming that I don't know. And that's kind of fun because I own one as well. And he knows that I own one. So I feel like he's almost doing it on purpose. He's just not telling me what it is. Not that I would sell it or do anything with it anyways, but it's really cool. Like, I think it's really cool to see that user base as well. Because, certainly I own a VeVe gold and silver logo. That community is absolutely fantastic. Really second to none in the community. What Mr. MC1 and that group has done, with all the community events and what VeVe has done with them for all the utility and rewards has been absolutely incredible. But, we want to show some love to the Omi fam too. So I'm excited to see what he's cooked up, and we'll see how it turns out.
And I mean, the great thing about it, in our interview 2 months back, you've told me, yeah, okay, I know so much in advance, which takes a little bit of the excitement out for you because you already know it when it's live or public 2 months later, for example. But in this case, the excitement from back in 2021, where you've been also a community member back then, comes a little bit back for you. That's great to hear. But still pissed I don't own a Secret Rare logo.
It's better now than never, I guess, right? I mean, it's it's a really great group, and I'm in the Telegram group with those guys, and it's really cool because for the most part every single one of them held 10 million. Now, obviously there's people that have bought it since, but a lot of them held 10 million Omi in the app for the better part of a year before there was a reason to do it. And it's really cool to see a lot of people that have believed in us, and it was really cool to be able to reward those people for that belief that they had in us when there wasn't a reason to, right? And I've said it before, it's super easy to be bullish about something when number go up or whatever, right? But it's another thing entirely when things don't always feel like they're going the best, to still be like, you know what, I'm going to stand by my conviction. I believe in these people. I believe in the thesis. I believe in the future of digital collecting, and I want to stand behind it. And so I'm very grateful to our community that's stuck with us this whole time. And I think as we continue to deliver, it's going to be really fun to watch those people be validated for their beliefs and for sticking behind us. And I think that's one of the things that motivates me, right? Is I know what we're going to deliver in the next 6 months. Not everyone does, but when they get to that 6 month point, they're going to be able to look back and be like, I'm glad I believed when I didn't have a reason to, because I stuck in and it was worth it. And so, I'm excited for that.
While we are, Josh, just one quick thing. While we are on the leaderboard, not the leaderboard, the Omi staking tiers, are there talks about a higher tier?
Yes. Yeah, there are absolutely talks, but once again, you want to make sure that there's rewards and benefits in place that would make sense for users to want to engage in that. And certainly, right now we have soft staking is what I call it, wherein you get rewarded for holding tokens in a wallet, but you can literally withdraw tokens at any point, right? But eventually we're likely going to move to a formalized staking model where you actually have to lock up your tokens, which means you won't have access to that liquidity for X period of time. So once we do something like that, I mean, you need to make sure that the rewards match, right? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
certainly in certain euphoric periods, people will do crazy things and lock up or whatever, but you want to make sure that it's a sustainable model, right? And so one of the great things about OMI being deflationary tokenomics is, you're not earning a yield, so you don't have to worry about people just earning 5,000% APY and then just dumping on your head because your tokens are locked up.
Yeah.
But you also want to give people reasons to engage in the ecosystem, right? Like, what are you getting? Are you getting exclusive access to drops? Are you getting, airdrops? Are you getting exclusive accessories? Are you getting access to certain things? What are you getting? And does it match what it is that you need to lock up? And so those are things we're certainly looking at. And I think certainly around V2 of the Stacker Marketplace as an example, I think those discussions will start to be publicly had again. And so, yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, sounds good. Josh, you had something in mind.
I'll save my comment till the end, but speaking of Stacker version 2, a question from Moo here is, will USDC and ETH listings be coming with Stacker version 2?
Yeah, so I mean, I certainly don't want to speak to Stacker's roadmap specifically. I mean, obviously we do work alongside them, but they are at the end of the day a third-party partner of ours, and so I'm not going to confirm anything. But what I will say is the expectation from our side would be that regardless of the cryptocurrency that is accepted by Stacker for a payment for a VeVe collectible in the Stacker marketplace, that there would be a buyer's fee component that permanently removed OMI from the circulating supply. So if you want to buy in, I mean, for my purposes, like, I don't care if you want to buy in USDC or if you want to buy in Ethereum, but I want this deflationary tokenomics to be,
right.
Continued. And once again, it continues to open up more demographics and markets. Obviously onboarding into USDC as an example is super simple with a credit card. Fiat onboarding already exists for USDC directly on the Stacker marketplace. So as you start to more seamlessly integrate those features and make it even easier for people to onboard into cryptos, whether it be OMI or another, as long as it has a net benefit to the OMI ecosystem, then it's absolutely something that we would support.
That makes sense. And that was going to be my point, like, because I reached out to you, Foster, not long ago, because I had some questions about like how to transfer tokens and stuff, and I wasn't too involved on the token side for like a little while. I bought way back when, didn't really do too much, and then I started buying a little bit more recently again. But no, you walked me through the process, and I was like pleasantly surprised, because I remember buying back in the day 17-step process or something. I remember I had to set aside like 4 hours just to buy in the day. And yeah, you had to set the time aside. And now I did everything in like 2-3 minutes. And I remember sending him a message being, that was hats off to you guys, because you've done a good job simplifying.
I appreciate it. You know what though? It's really cool to look back on those days, because I found that document a month or two back and I posted it like, hey, here's literally the novel that I wrote to my friends on how to buy OMI in 2021. And even the simple things, right? Like, you have to KYC, right? Like, you had to KYC in 2021, you have to KYC in 2025. But even the processes for KYC have become infinitely more simple. Like, when I had to KYC on Bit4X, I had to take a selfie holding my driver's license and write a message on it saying, I don't even remember what, and I had to like hold it up, but I had to like take it on my webcam because you couldn't like upload the photo, and like the whole thing was like, it was insane, the steps that we went through to get our hands on OMI. And now it's like, hey, banker bot, buy me $100 worth of OMI, and it's like, cool, bot. You know what I mean? So it's like the world has completely changed. And so the accessibility, like I said, absolutely no longer an issue. Do we always want to still provide every avenue available for users to acquire the token in their preferred platform or exchange? Absolutely. But when it comes to ways to do it, super simple. For us now, it's like, how do we reward people? How do we make it visible? And actually, speaking on rewards, I think one of the things we maybe haven't delved into fully is obviously the Stacker leaderboard rewards. And so certainly right now, users are rewarded with OMI tokens for buying collectibles on the Stacker marketplace. So that's currently the only way, right? Is you buy a collectible that you enjoy, you have a 2% buyer's fee. That is converted to points 1-to-1. You earn those points and you end up on the leaderboard, and wherever you finish, depending if you're in the top 25 for the weekly or top 100 for the monthly, you get a distribution. 100 million OMI tokens is currently in the pool, and that gets split up. So when we look at different ways to onboard users, I mean, you could run a marketing campaign, right? You could go out and spend $50,000 or $100,000 on Twitter ads or on billboards or, paid marketing through articles and things like that. Is it targeting your target demographic? right? Is that meaningfully going to onboard users into the ecosystem? Maybe, certainly, right? I certainly don't want to take away from that. I'm not a marketing expert, but the dollar cost acquisition per user can get expensive. It's very difficult to get eyes. But one of the things that we're looking to integrate moving forward into the leaderboard system is a social component. So having social leaderboards.
I like that.
Yeah, to reward users.
Sorry to interrupt, but today I'm number one. I'm number one in this social. I wanted to highlight that.
I saw that.
I put a lot of effort into that. So let's go, Foster. Bring it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so, that's something that we're looking to proceed with, right? And so that was actually supposed to be in V1 of the leaderboards, but then once again we wanted to get the leaderboards out as quick as possible, and so we pushed it back a bit just to have the leaderboards come out. But we were going to have a social component, right? And we've seen it super successful with Banker. I'm not going to pretend like this is some masterful idea that we've created that no one else has done. I mean, certainly Cato has done it with Yappers, Banker has done it. There's a lot of AI agents, chatbots, and different projects that reward social interaction. And so we've seen that success with other projects. And one of the great things about it is that it directly targets the demographic that's either actively engaged in your ecosystem or is following the users that are interested in that ecosystem, right? And so you're ensuring that you're targeting that direct user base that will be able to participate. And so that is something that we're looking to integrate. And obviously, like I said, with Banker, we've seen a lot of success on it and a lot of engagement, and it's certainly paid dividends for a lot of the users that have participated, especially the ones that are higher on the leaderboards that have gotten a lot of recognition and airdrops for different projects and things like that. And so yeah, social leaderboards and that component to really encourage users to scream from the rooftops that they're involved in this ecosystem and how great it is what we're looking to target. And that was actually one of the reasons that in the V1 I told them, certain things I compromised on, but I said you have to have an option for people to be able to post on X with one button that they've either finished at a certain place in the leaderboard or they just bought a collectible and it burned this amount of OMI, because it's a touch point for engagement where users can see that this activity is real. These are real people that are engaging. There's genuine excitement, and then it gets them asking the question, after the 10th, 15th, 20th time that they've seen it. All right, what is this stacker thing? What are VeVe collectibles, and how do I get involved? So
what I thought on that point, I think it's great, but it would be even greater maybe for an upcoming version if you also not just post like I've burned, but also have like the ability to choose between 50 different OMI burn memes or pictures or something like that, so it gets even more visibility, And in a world of grok, I mean, those pictures are made so fast and easy. Just my 2 cents on that thing. And obviously I really like it. It's a bit selfish because, as I said today, number one, yes. But in overall, I guess it will boost social engagement so much. I mean, we've seen the boost in social engagement through the VeVe awards. I mean, so many more people post memes and all that kind of stuff. And in my opinion, this is the beginning for now, but there's so much room to grow in my personal view on that front. So great job when you guys are going to implement that.
Thanks, you.
Well said. Awesome.
Anything from the chat?
I have taken some questions out, guys, just because they're not OMI related, more VeVe and stacker stuff. But
while Josh is looking through the comments, is there anything particular that you would like to talk about regarding OMI or stacker that we haven't touched on?
No, I think we've touched on a lot of the great things that we've been working on recently and a lot of things that, the users have to look forward to. I think the important thing to reiterate for people is just to understand that we're very slow, but we're also very methodical with our planning. And so if we've made a move or we've made a decision, even if it doesn't immediately make sense as to why we've done this, or, you have a gut reaction of XYZ, take a moment, digest the information, read the Medium articles, watch the interviews that we've put out. And if you still have questions or you're still not sure, reach out to us, ask us questions. I'm always available on socials, whether it's the Akomi Discord, tag me on Twitter directly, whatever you guys need to do. We're always open to having these conversations. And even if after all of that, you still don't disagree or you still disagree, that's also perfectly okay, right? And so it's just important for people to understand that, we don't make these decisions on a whim. Hey, this could work. Let's just do it. There's a lot of thought processes that goes into this. There's a lot of, the dream board where you kind of look at how does this fit together? How does this? Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of movement going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that's going in behind the scenes. So just because, you're not a whale and you don't want to participate in leaderboard rewards, you think it's only for whales, or you think, Bing X, I live in the US, so I can't access Bing X. So this information, an exchange listing is useless. There's a lot of opportunities and doors that all of these things open for us. And it's really important for us to continue down this path so that it continues to open up more opportunities for us. So yeah, just stick with us. I know it's been a long road, but I hope you guys recognize that we are, continuing to work to deliver, and that there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to. So
awesome. I got two smaller questions just to ask you here before we let you go. The first one that keeps coming up here is, are there going to be any collectible drops that Akomi plans for the users of the first leaderboard rewards or the participants? Anything planned for those collectors?
So like anyone that participated in the first leaderboard rewards gets a collectible, I guess?
Kind of like the first auction on the VeVe drop. People got airdropped a collectible if you participated.
I gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Not to my knowledge. So I don't want to create any expectations. Certainly it's something that we can visit at some point and add in after the fact. There's no rule that says, hey, we can't do it afterwards, right? But yeah, I mean, kind of the idea of the leaderboards is that the reward that you're getting is the OMI that you get as the byproduct of engagement. And similarly, for a long time, that was the same reason why we weren't, actively going out of our way to add any utility for the Akomi Secret Rare logo. Is the logo was the thing that you got for holding the OMI. So then giving you something for the thing that you already got to give you something else, like, wasn't necessarily intended, but certainly, if there's enough demand for it and users are interested in it, I'm not opposed to it. We talked about, actually, yeah, I guess technically, we talked about, doing airdropping of NFT trophies that users could display as accessories in their Veviverse space, as an example. So that is an idea, actually. So I guess that would count as a drop. It wouldn't be something that you buy. But yeah, we talked about, like, hey, if you get first place in, week 1 of season 1, can we get you a trophy that says, week 1, season 1 Stacker Leaderboard Rewards winner? And then you can display that. And then maybe you have a mantle in your Veviverse show home. And, if you're a big collector, you have a bunch of trophies, right? And so, so I should take everything back that I've already said. Certainly on the table. It's not something that we've actively prepared or focused on, but it's something that once those assets have been generated, we could be on season 6, right? Like, we can retroactively airdrop users for all of that stuff. It's not like the leaderboards just disappear. We'll have access to that data. We can go back and revisit that at some point, but it won't necessarily be, maybe we can do participant trophies. You know what? I'm just kind of spitballing and speculating at this point. Generally it would be a first, second, third you get a trophy for, but if everyone wants a participation trophy, let me know and we'll look into
it. But that also kind of ties into what I was saying before with the seasonal stuff in gaming, right? Like, what he's essentially talking about there is getting something for just participating, like the free stuff.
Yeah, so I think for just participating, certainly. So we also looked at, with Banker as an example, to participate in leaderboard rewards, you need to have a Banker Club membership, right? So you need to pay roughly $20 a month to shill the thing that you want to shill, and then you get rewarded back. And in most cases, you make a lot more than what you paid for it. So it's not like it's a negative that you had to pay for it, but you had to pay for it. So one of the things that we looked at was, hey, do we incorporate a membership fee, right? Where users need to engage on the leaderboards and they pay a certain amount, whether it's like a battle pass style thing or whatever, or maybe we have users can participate in a free leaderboard, but then if you pay the premium membership, you get more points as a percentage relative to the purchases that you're making, right? And so we see that in games a lot, like Clash of Clans, for instance. They have a pass that you do every month, and if you have the premium pass, you get access to more exclusive rewards. you don't earn points quicker, but you get access to different tracks, right? So you could have, a non-premium leaderboard that maybe, you get 5K a month for, and then maybe you have a premium leaderboard that you get 50K a month for. And if you want to participate, you can, right? And so those are certainly options that are on the table. But I think for our purposes, especially for V1, we didn't want to overcomplicate things, right? The goal for the first iteration of leaderboard rewards was, how do we onboard more users onto Stacker and get them familiar with the marketplace and the ecosystem and want to utilize OMI to purchase collectibles. And if you add 15 different sub rules and, hey, now you got to pay to do this thing. And they're like, well, I just want to check it out. Like, I don't have to pay to do this. Like, just let me check, you know what I mean? And so for the first iteration, we're like, you know what? Let's just see, is this going to meaningfully increase user engagement? Because if it's not going to meaningfully increase user engagement, let's not spend the money. Because realistically, OMI leaderboard rewards is a form of marketing, right? We are paying a leaderboard that we are sponsoring for Stacker to go out and get this engagement. So if it's not going to increase users, we're not going to do it, right? And so that's why, yes, leaderboard rewards are meant to be every single month, but we haven't put out any information beyond September, because it's like, hey, the month of September, this is the amount that it's going to be. And then we wanted to look at the numbers. And so the data that we've seen is very promising. So certainly moving forward, it will be, how do we iterate and improve upon that process? How do we work at engaging more users? Was the amount of users that we enrolled good? Was the dispersion good? What do we need to do to start targeting these users? Is airdropping, collectibles for users that engage in the ecosystem, something that is going to meaningfully increase? Is it worth that dev time and getting the artists and everything to make all of that? What's the return? And if the answers to all those questions are positive, then absolutely it's something that we will explore. I would say, to be conservative, expect that the October leaderboard will run the same way that it has in September, because once again, we're really working towards a lot of things as we come through Q4 that require more dev time and focus, especially on the Stacker side. And so I don't think we're going to reinvent the wheel next month, but at the end of the full month, we're really going to take a hard look at all of the data as the October leaderboards run through and go, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what can we improve upon? And certainly you've provided a lot of suggestions, and the community in general has had a lot of really great ideas of things that they would like to see. And so I would start to expect some of those, like I said, as we come into kind of V2 of Stacker. So
I think if you guys are seeing an increase in engagement, that's a positive in and of itself. But I think just a way to feed that now is like, okay, what do you guys provide as the rewards? Like if you have, let's say, for example, there is that seasonal pass and you have some cool reward at the very end of it, where somebody has to get through the whole thing in order to unlock that really cool, piece of decor for a home space in the Veviverse or something like that. I think that's what would help a lot. But no, I appreciate.
Well, we also want to do like community-based rewards too, right? Like if the community gets a certain amount of points in any given time frame from activity, right? Like
that's cool.
Maybe you airdrop a collectible or do something like that, right? Like the really great thing is that before leaderboards, none of this was a possibility, and now that leaderboards exists, all of this is possible. And I think that that's what's fantastic, is that with digital, you only become limited to your imagination as to what's possible. And so, especially as regulatory frameworks and things start to be created in a lot of the jurisdictions that we operate in, and as that starts to become more of a favorable environment for utility tokens, I'm excited for what the future holds.
Exciting. I got respect for what you do, man, because I know there's a lot you want to say right now that you can't. But it's it's an exciting future, especially with some of the recent news. So I mean, I'm sure you probably know how big I am into the Viviverse, so that's what interests me most about something like that, and that's kind of why I brought up the gaming stuff. Was, I mean, you said it yourself. You see it in so many examples, Web 2, but also Web 3 now. Like you have competitors like Readyverse, Wild World. They all run off of some sort of in-game currency, and it's their crypto token, right? So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer to try and take OMI that way. It's just like you were saying, what do you offer as rewards and all the other stuff. So I appreciate you taking the time to answer all that. Jan, you want to add anything, man?
No, I'm totally fine. I think we got a lot of value out of this hour plus. I mean, that was a great chat in my opinion. And guys, let us know in the chat with a thumbs up or thumbs down what you guys think about the conversation and the the future of the OMI token. And yeah, as I said, Foster, thank you so much. I hope we can do that again in a couple of months if there's even more news you can share with us. And I know I and Josh, we are really looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks again, man.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thank
much.
you again for having me on, and congratulations on the launch of your new show.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks. A few hiccups, but for now we are fine.
There we go. We're on
Cool,
to our
Josh.
scene now. So there we go. That's our first live guest for Beyond the Drop. We've had some hiccups
Yes.
this stream. All right. You got to bear with us. I've actually written down everything that we've ran into. So we'll make sure to try and organize some of that stuff for next stream. So, but how do you think things went?
Yeah, I think it was great. I mean, I think a little bit try and error here and there, but as you've already mentioned, I mean, it's the first stream, and I think it went really well so far. But guys, as I said earlier, let us know what you think in the comments. What could we improve on? And yeah, I mean, every critical feedback is a good feedback, but guys, stay critical and not being a bad human and just
A dick,
showing
as D says.
Huh?
Don't be a dick, as D says.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. But for now, I would say let's do maybe 8 to 10 minutes open Q&A session from you guys. And then I would say we will finish up this this show. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed to Collectors Gone Digital, but I think all the people look on through your channel on X and YouTube, so I have to do the plug here for myself. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please check it out, Collectibly or Young Collects on X. And next time we will definitely figure out how we can stream to both our channels. But yeah, fire it up, open Q&A session, guys, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there because it worked when we tested it. So
yeah, I don't know why, but I mean, it's totally fine. I mean, I think we delivered a good show so far. So yeah.
Sven, to answer your question, man, it's a Q&A with us two now. So it could be about anything in the show.
Oh yeah.
Anything about VeVe, whatever you guys want to talk about. Somebody was asking me earlier on in the show about any updates with the Veviverse, and to make what could be a longer story short, no. So
wait, guys, wait till next week. Then we will have a clearer view on that question, I guess.
Yeah, I got some more stuff to share next week. As an audio engineer, I'm quite picky on audio. Yes, guys. Any feedback about audio and things you saw on the show that we haven't picked up on, also please drop it in the chat and then I'll take note of that. I saw some people making comments about my audio, so I was trying to fix that as we went, but try to match the audio volume between you two. Jan, get a microphone if you can. Your presence already deserves it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, and I will definitely write that on my list. But I don't really know much about that stuff, and I have heard or I've read that you also need headphones when you use a microphone, and I'm not that kind of a headphone guy, to be fair.
You know what I just ordered? I just ordered actually like gaming earbuds, so they're like professional earbuds, but it's just like normal AirPods, but instead of the big clunky headset. So that's what I'm gonna start using more.
Yeah, okay. So what's the problem with the audio? I'm too loud or I'm too quiet or?
I was too quiet. I kind of fixed that, but we'll make sure it's a little bit more balanced for next show.
But now you're pretty quiet for me as well.
What?
Yeah.
Something.
But Mew too, that's exactly the feedback we want to make this show the best show you guys can think of. Because, I mean, as I said in the beginning, we want you guys to be here every Monday at 1 p.m. EST live with us to have an awesome time. So, yeah, we absolutely appreciate that kind of feedback. anything else you guys want to talk about? If not, it's totally fine. I mean, we're going now for 2 hours, 15 minutes. So if there's nothing you guys want to talk about or ask us, I would say.
Is there anything that you're working on your end that you want to plug?
No, I can't hear you, Josh. Nothing.
Is there anything that you want to plug on your end, like any content or anything that you're making?
Well, I mean, I feel like I have done a lot of plugs during the interview already, or during this stream already. So, guys, as I said, I would absolutely appreciate if you check out my channel Collectively. I have a lot of interesting guests on my channel. I had Foster, I had David Yu, I had Corey. My last interview with Mr. Squibs about his comic collection and many more. And just take a look. Maybe you will like the content I produce. And if so, leave a follow. I would highly appreciate that. And I will definitely try to get the best guests for this live show and as well for my channel. So yeah, so you guys will be in the know what happens in the community and what the different collectors and personalities out of our community thinks about this space. Yeah, that's it. And if you don't follow me on X, do so as well. That would also be great. But yeah, what's most important? Sorry, Josh. What? Yeah, there. What's most important for me, guys? If you enjoyed this stream, please come back next Monday at 1 p.m. EST or in Central Europe 7 p.m. And we have a few other times, but I don't know them out of my head. But just check them out on X. Yeah, that would be my only wish for today. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. That concludes our first stream, guys. No, that concludes our first stream. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys who tuned in for the first one, whether you're watching on X or YouTube. Feel free to subscribe or follow. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next show next Monday at 1 p.m.
Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one.
We collect. The collector's going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect. Beyond the drop.